actually go ahead and put out a review on War Thunder. Considering that right now it is overwhelmingly negative, I think the community's done and dusted with at least posting reviews. Though there are plenty of other places, apparently you can post them on Google and various other places. But it's been interesting to talk to some of the players' demands in regards to what they want changed. Anyway, we're going to have a look at my review. I updated this probably yesterday when I was on a fleet of hurry after what they had said to us. Essentially, talking down to the consumer base and their tone-deaf response on how free-to-play games work was essentially the breaking point for me. You know, the game's good fun. The devs are singularly not willing to take even one bit of feedback at all. And taking a look at some of the other people who have basically voted for the negativity-wise, there is, you know, this one right here from the 30 days. I didn't want to leave a negative review for Gaijins' blatant contempt for their own players. War Thunder is a game like no other, with a comprehensive change and damage system, combined arms, and a variety of beautifully models. There's a bunch of other things as well. This review here, if I go down here, it says, the game's economy has been blatantly trashed by Gaijins to almost force players to buy premium time. And this is a common theme. Everything is talking about the economy. A lot of people have posted English reviews. You know, stupid change in policy to repair costs and the rewards, etc., etc. Also, free repair of the vehicle takes a couple of days. It's quite interesting to sort of see how the community has reacted, but that net result has ended up with overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam, and we've been getting a steady stream of about 6,000 reviews a day regarding that, for a total of, at this time of recording, 31,000 negative reviews. Which I think is really, really important, because Gaijin Entertainment aren't necessarily scared of the fact that we are reviewer bombing them, but more so that we have had enough with the economy changes. And I don't really condone review bombing. In fact, I prefer a civil discussion. But the Russians, they haven't exactly been civil themselves, have they? With their recent condescending talking down to the community about how free-to-play games work, I am almost going to put my line out and basically say this: I want to cancel my partnership with Gaijin Entertainment. It doesn't make any monetary sense for me to do so. I actually gain quite a benefit by having my decal in the game, and I benefit as being a content partner as well with Gaijin. But when push comes to shove, sometimes you've got to do the right thing, and I've got a difficult decision to make over the next couple of weeks, and we'll see how this goes, because ultimately it depends on how Gaijin Entertainment responds. We've already done one response, let's see what happens next. All of their social medias have been quiet on the matter. Apparently the internal mod team hasn't been instructed what to do as of yet. So those are the guys of the forum masters, the Steam, the Reddit, the various places where players interact. So, you know, it's pretty interesting, and I guess we'll have to wait and see if there is a more broad statement, and if they do apologise, then that'd be nice, and a sincere apology to the player base, and hope that they improve the game. Now, for those of you who don't know, May 26th, this coming weekend, I think it's on Friday, there is a no-play War Thunder Day organised by the War Thunder peoples over on the Reddit. So basically, essentially, starting not a revolution, but a union council of sorts that wants some demands changed in regards to the economy. And if you want to join that, you can not play War Thunder. I personally will be partaking in this. We'll be playing some of Wargaming's games instead, or maybe even some other competitor titles, just to rub it in and just, you know, put salt on the wound. Now, I do agree that War Thunder didn't explicitly say that they were going to threaten to shut down the game. I'll touch on this in a video tomorrow and the legalities of them shutting down a game. But for now, I do think that it was a soft veiled threat that everyone continues to bomb and review bomb. They'll have to shut down the game, and it's almost as if the basic structure of the way that they had worded the article yesterday meant that they didn't really care for their actions. But hey, who am I to tell? If you're going to leave a negative review, at least leave it constructive rather than saying they're a bunch of effing assholes. Even though they might deserve that, they are still people too. It's also important to remember that there are people and employees at Gaijin Entertainment. We have to think for their livelihood as well as other games companies in general. You know, The best advice from me at the moment that you could possibly do essentially is to stop buying and purchasing premiums, right? The most effective thing players can do right now is obviously to voice their opinion, but also not purchase the new update premium packs and any of the new stuff that comes out with the update. Obviously, you have to be cautious about publishing stuff. I do feel sorry for the employees of Gaijins Entertainment right now. There is a very existential threat to their livelihood, although not necessarily at the same time. It really all depends and hinges on what Gaijins Entertainment does from now on, because they could go to Steam and say, hey, remove all of my reviews on this game because it's being downvoted, although Steam would then have to get involved and then it would be a big hoo-ha. There have been a couple of articles published, although some of them are a bit unseemly. Some of them are talking about the fact that they don't know what free-to-play means. I have a feeling Gaijin commissioned that particular article. I might touch on that another time. But for the most part, keep yourself in a civil manner, please. If you're going to put some feedback towards the game, then do that in a civil manner, especially in a public forum. And I'm really sad to see it be this way. War Thunder is a fantastic game, although the developers are a bit out of touch and they really don't understand how the players are actually playing the game. If it was more apparent, then maybe that would probably help them, but they're not going to listen to any of our feedback on the forums. They're not going to listen to any of our feedback anyway, so this is hurting them where it matters most, their public positivity / their outlook.